person to help you.
One of the downsides about having a schedule is that people can look at it and say, we're ahead of schedule. But it is too risky to let off. We've had some hiccups already, and this is early in this process. So we just have to stay strong, finish strong, and look forward to being able to present this to the family.
Tiny towns in the middle of nowhere. You never hear about unless you've been there. Little dots on a big map, keeping a train on the track, carrying the load on their back. These tiny towns make the world go round. Yeah, these tiny towns.
Renovation Hunters is presented by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods.
So we're hump day, Wednesday. Just in kind of percentages so I can put this in my perspective. Each room, where are we at?
This room here, 50%.
What's left? I know, I see we got a lot of trim work to do.
Second coat of paint, trim out window, finish out ceiling trim. I have fixtures.
If you've got the fixtures, I can start knocking those out. Now this is paneling. What are we gonna do with it? Are we leaving it or are we painting it?
We're gonna paint it. And I know it's been a point of argument between some of our...
Oh, there it has. It didn't get to me.
But,
I like it when the arguments don't get to me.
But here's where we're at. The furnishings that Sweet Dreams is providing, I gave them a color palette.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to coordinate their product line with the color palette and tell me what room they would like to do.
If we tell Katie and Greg what the color palette's gonna be, it's gonna be outstanding. All right, so what about here? I think we're a little further behind on this room than all the rest.
Bedroom number 3 is about 10%. So I need to finish up this electrical that we rerouted.
You want me to just knock that out?
If you could do that, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I do have a window to cut in here in order for their air conditioner. They have a window air conditioner, like I talked about, that does the heating and cooling. It's Wi-Fi capable. But I don't want to put it in the front of the cabin. And the kitchen is
7.5%. See, I was thinking how good we were in progress till we walked through these rooms, and now I see.
You realize that.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to lay the ears back and let the boar hog eat. No doubt.
There's a lot to do.
You got a lot to do.
I'm gonna get on it.
All right, buddy. See you.
We are getting some baseboard and trim painted up. Got our 5.5 inch poplar baseboard from Baird. And it has a nice craftsman style edge on it, which I think is really nice. We're gonna give it a shoe molding, and then Adam is working on hand painting the trim that's gonna go at the top of the wall in the bedrooms.
As with any renovation, there's always going to be a hiccup. There's always going to be something to trip you up a little bit. Well, we got a pretty big trip up when it comes to the wiring, and especially the supply wiring to this house. We want to give them the ability to even add more on, but they only have a 100-amp panel in there, and that limits you greatly, especially if they dig a well and put their own water supply in, then they're going to need more panels. So we have to move the whole supply, the meter box, and everything else. And the supply chain that's going on today, logistics is a nightmare, and we cannot find what we're looking for. But as in the small towns that we love, the small businesses is who we turn to save the day.
So here's our new location for the meter base, and we went with a meter base combo. They got 8 circuits here with the maximum 16 if they put minis in. Reinstall the service mast. Take it back to the pole. I need Mike up there. He's gonna fish some wire down through that service mast so we have enough to catch the lugs, because this new meter base is a little bit bigger than the old 100 amp. Double check the lugs, checked our grounding,
We're ready to call for the inspection department to come out, give us the blessing, and the power company can reattach the line back on and should have power in hopefully an hour or two.
We're gonna take and do wall control here, put our case cutlery for skinning on there, all of our utensils and stuff like that to where they make this a super simple process.
I think the biggest accomplishment of the week is having 20, 25 people working in unison, around each other, under each other, over each other, and to be able to get the work done without stopping because someone else is in your way.
Let's just keep on going.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Man, good to see you. What's happening?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, y'all looking sharp. No pun intended. Come on.
We come ready to work.
You ready to work? Yes, sir. All right, so we need to get the porta johns emptied and cleaned out.
That's why
We've got a hoist and a skinning rack that's gonna come off here. We're gonna take and do wall control here, put our case cutlery for skinning on there, you know, all of our utensils and stuff like that to where they make this a super simple process. I'll show you what we've got to put up. You guys can look at it, and then we'll kind of draw out our design for our case knife holder over there on the back. So this is our case. This is our case project area.
I like it. It's a nice billboard ready to go.
We're gonna put some chairs around the fire pit, but I'm gonna get a metal box that we attach to one of the chairs inside that has all of our fire starter stuff in it. That way everything's always here. You're not running in the house looking for it. You're not looking in the building. It's always gonna be right here. And you know, time by the fire with family, it don't get no better than that.
Amen.
All right, guys.
So we're gonna get this last door in the bedroom. We're also gonna get this closet door done. The walls are drying, so at this point in the week, pretty much everybody is just having to like rotate right through, get a lot of stuff done around each other. So while the paint dries, the painters are out, Steve and I are gonna put these doors in.
All right.
First to the D.
That guy over there.
Our partners, by far, understand what it means to be a partner. Richard from Wall Control, every build here putting in blood, sweat, and tears. Stephanie with Wall Control. She's in there painting, trimming, doing whatever we need. We had our friends from Case Knives here. They spent a whole day here working, and they even went and bought us dinner one night.
Yeah, and we're super excited to be a part of these projects. We love the mission of trying to get people back outdoors. We brought our camo panel. Hang Time printed it up for us. It looks amazing. It's awesome because it's metal, so it's not going to warp or fray. It's magnetic, and that's just awesome. You can put your cutlery up there and just pull it on and off, and it makes your animal processing process a whole lot easier.
So we're running our log lap siding that we got from Baird Brothers. It's a great product. Had it already stained, ready to go. We're gonna stain the ends as we install it. But it's like 94 degrees in the middle of the mountain. I really think we need to do a show about swimming pools because we're all drenched in sweat, but we're still hard at it.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
Let's see, what do we need? Need a new blade.
We are so lucky with our partners. The boys are getting ready to unload our windows from Eichenhout, company out of Michigan. Man, they believe in the process, they believe in the show, in our mission, and they donated a lot of windows. In this day and time, that's a lot of money. So thank you guys, we appreciate you. The great thing is we got these great big windows because the house was low on just natural light. So this is going in the new addition where we've taken this house and gave it at the very least a third more of a footprint. So they're gonna be able to spread out a lot better, and they're gonna do it with a little light on the subject.
In order to dummy-proof your project, you must first remove all dummies from your project. Come on.
Partner Camper has got a lot of tips for everybody. Don't know how much you should really listen to that, but good luck with it. Some of the knowledge is good, some of it is kind of pulled out of the air.
Camper Tech tip number 1826. Always use the bathroom before you go up on the roof or issue your cut man a poncho. So we got Camper's Tech tip number, I think we're up to 9,785. Every job must have double the amount of supervisors for the men working. So we got 2 men working right now and 4 men supervising. The ratio has to stay at that level or everything will go sideways on you.
It'll be some wisdom. It won't be wisdom you'll find in Proverbs, so to say.
Hey, Camper's Tech tips are like gold, and you're lucky I'm not charging you.
All right, here's a tip from old JR. A feller told me one time, a good carpenter is only as good as the screw-ups he can cover up.
Caulk and paint makes a trim carpenter what he ain't.
He just makes it fun. It's a good working environment. He keeps it live, you know, it's not a dull moment around any of us. We just like joke around, have a good time, and get the job done right.
Hey, buddy. My boy Dane just came from Toledo Twisted Iron Works.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
He does such unique work. He does statues all over Ohio. He does custom ironworks in people's homes. Let me see them antlers.
Here you go. Nice. Oh, geez. A little God.
He has come here to do something to leave that Renovation Hunters stamp that we do on every home, because we want something that's unique only to this build that can't be replicated by anybody else. And our boy's putting something together. It is going to be the neatest little bar you have ever seen.
I'm thinking we got, what, 36 inch?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we got 44.
42
That's good, though.
No, that's great.
There's never such thing as the bar being too big.
Exactly.
Well, I guess we need to get this wall finished so we can get this thing installed, because we might have to try it out first.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, you know what we need to do, though? Probably, I think our friends are here from Freedavers with the appliances. And then after we get those unloaded, we'll back you in and get your equipment set up.
Okay.
That'll work.
Perfect.
Let's go look at our appliances, buddy.
Busy day.
Man, this is a fun day right now. The last 10 minutes has been awesome.
We looked at the kitchen and decided, hey, you know what? With all the things we're doing in there, the new countertop, the old appliances just weren't gonna cut the mustard. So I decided I'm going out and I'm going shopping to find appliances. Well, once again, box stores, no such luck. We go to an independently owned appliance store in town, super nice people, and we got the service that you would expect to get from a place like that, a price that beat the box stores, and on top of that, they're gonna deliver it to us.
Now it's coming together. We got all the stuff from our appliance, thanks to our friends at Freedavers. And Kevin, now we got to get that floor finished in there so we can move some appliances in. Well, just looked at the radar, and we got a pretty nasty storm headed in, so we got to get some of this stuff out of the rain. So instant stop, getting ready to break for lunch. We're going to break for a storm. We got to get a lot of stuff put up real quick.
They have these old gym floors that are amazing. They've been in a gym for years and years and years, and then they need to be sanded down to almost nothing at that point to bring them back because they were uneven. They had lots of scuff marks and scratches. And I put my mask and glasses and earplugs on and just sand it and sand it and sand it. 3 rooms. We had to do 2 separate grits. We had to go and do a 60 or 30 and then come back with a 100 and make them nice and smooth. So probably about 8 hours worth of sanding on those 3 rooms. Next morning, I woke up. Shoulder was a little bit sore, but a little ibuprofen, I was good to go.
Well, I figured we'd come out to the case night skin and shed just to find out who we're hooking up on here tonight. Who fell short today. But I will say, after the rainstorm and it cooled off, I think we got a little better production out of it, guys.
I tell you, when it drops 10 degrees here, it's like the engines start up again. It's just been brutal, honestly.
But I think we got a little closer to being on track. The house is really starting to come together. You're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job.
You.
So we'll just plan on another 2 or 3 more long days, and hopefully we'll be there.
They might hate me by the time we're done here. But
oh, well, I'm sure it's probably not going to take that long.
Yeah, they might already. No, there's no. I think we take more. They hate you more. They already do. But if the Lutz family loves it,
that's all that matters.
And the team knows that too.
So, as always, we try to time a little break and a little fun activity for the group here and for the family, so we get to bring the family back together because they're not allowed here. We're going to a place called Cougar Bob's, and if that don't sound like fun to you, your ears are broke, because I'm telling you, we're gonna have a great time there. My buddy Nate Hosey from the Outdoor Channel is coming in, and he's gonna perform for us. We're looking forward to a really good time and a great break in the middle of a long, hard job.
So this is a song called Why I Hunt, and it's about what hunting is to me, and it's about what the woods are to me. And when I take my boys out there and my wife, and I share the woods with my family and my friends, you know, all the memories are outside of punch and tag. And so that's what this is about. It's why I hunt. It's a sun coming up on a hillside, propane stove in a pit blind. It's a sweet 16 hanging over the mantle that your granddaddy gave to you. It's closing that cattle gate real slow, hot hands in your pocket when you're real cold. I can tell you, but you can't know. You won't know until you go. It's the way the good Lord spanks through the breeze and the trees when I'm sitting in a white oak stand. I do it because it's in my blood. It's just a part of who I am. I find my way back to my roots every time I lace my boots. Hit the woods in the dark before the sun comes up. Yeah, that's why I hunt. It's the way the good Lord spanks through the breeze and the trees when I'm sitting in a white oak stand. I do it because it's in my blood. It's just a part of who I am. I find my way back to my roots every time I lace my boots. Hit the woods in the dark before the sun comes up. I'll thank the Lord in the dark as the sun comes up. Yeah, that's why I hunt. Yeah, that's why I hunt.
All right, everybody. Last night looked like y'all had a little fun. After I left, I saw the karaoke machine come out, and I knew it was time for me to leave. Kevin's got a couple things he needs you guys to get done. We're seriously, with the weather that's coming, we're cutting our days in half.
on the outside, and we don't have many days left. So I'm gonna leave it with you. All right, I gotta get on the road. Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
You remember where we left off yesterday? If we can pick up, because we finished strong yesterday. Otherwise, it's gonna be real long days the next 3 days. Ladies, finish out whatever trim and casing you're working on. Adam and Rob, if you have lock sets to do on the inside yet,
Yeah.
take care of those, and then we can actually start finishing those 2 back bedroom floors and then lock those rooms shut so no one's in there. JR, you and Laramie, outside siding crew. Mike, camper, you want to start running some tongue and groove on the inside ceiling?
Yeah, we'll insulate it first and then move on from there.
We're gonna have Dane working on the metal fabrication for that bar area. So he'll be in and out of there today with the welder, but I think we should be able to work around him. All right, ready, peeps? Let's knock it out.
Tiny towns in the middle of nowhere. You never hear about unless you've been there. Little dots on a big map, keeping a train on the track, carrying the load on the back. These tiny towns make the world go round. Yeah, these tiny
Renovation Hunters is presented by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods.
Now I want to go in.
Here we are.
Here we go.
Old man can't run as fast as he used to.
I got a little bit of bounce.
Yeah, we're here in Tionesta, Pennsylvania, and it's cool because we've been at these different towns that we've had multiple installations, but we've yet to install wall control in a shutter garage, which is where it began. They have a lot of stuff in here to get straightened out, so hopefully it'll get their space a lot more organized and they'll get a lot of use out of it.
I'm putting up this panel by the door for the quick stuff you need access to. We've got your keys, your paper towel holders, your extension cords, fire extinguisher, everything you need to be able to get to quickly. We want to make sure it's easily accessible for the family whenever they need it.
This is cool to check out right here. You can't do this with conventional pegboard. It just won't hold the weight. You can hold garden tools, heavy stuff, then small household hand tools like drills, tapes, spray cans. The panels are magnetic, so that's really going to help folks out. You can hang all kind of little loose things when you're doing a job. So another great benefit of the product is it's super easy to install with these flanges on the back, and it just goes right up against the surface, and you can throw a magnetic level on it, get it level, and then with your little magnets, you got your screws right here, and you just pop them in, and away you go.
As you can see, they've got quite a lot of outdoor stuff, so we're trying to get some of it up off the floor. And here's a good way for storing your waders to keep them so they don't fill up with dust and dirt and bugs and everything else. But we've also got storage for lawn chairs, tents. We've got some heavy-duty hooks we're gonna bring in here, so we can put up to 50 pounds worth of outdoor stuff on this panel. And I think that's gonna help them a lot.
Richard and Stephanie from Wall Control. That's what it's about. You know, having these partners that come out here, that says a lot. That somebody wants to come in here and take part and then stay. And yeah, it really reaffirms the fact that we have a good group of people behind us, and we're looking forward to continuing that.
Mossy Epoxies once again brought us a custom table, but this time not a custom dining room table, but a custom game table.
This week was a lot of focusing on finish detailing. So a lot of base trim, some top trim, a lot of casing windows for the new addition that we built, a lot of painting, sanding, staining, all this stuff that's not exactly the most fun, but actually looks the most beautiful when it's done. The great thing about Kevin is he keeps us very organized. The cans are all labeled, really difficult to mess up unless you can't read. Unfortunately, that's my problem. So I might have painted the new bedroom the wrong color. So thankfully I have a couple friends on site and we had a late night paint party fixing that mishap.
We're leaving this.
Mossy Epoxies once again brought us a custom table, but this time not a custom dining room table, but a custom game table. And in a place like this is where people gather, play cards, play games, board games, whatever the case may be. They have one that nobody else can have. It is totally 100% original to this house, and Mossy Epoxies never lets us down.
Here in Pennsylvania, in Tionesta, we decided to make a custom poker table. So we took the logo of the family's property and we CNC'd that out into a piece of spalted maple, filled that in with epoxy, and clear coated it with epoxy finish. So basically, people can sit around that, play poker, cards, cribbage, backgammon, things like that. And it's just a great little spot to spend time together family-wise.
Being a part of Renovation Hunters has really brought together two of my biggest passions, which is number one, creating things, using my hands to create tables and river tables with moss epoxies, and number two, using my hands to get outdoors. So this opportunity has really been once in a lifetime for me.
We love to help out wherever we can. Right now I'm sanding cabinets. Never done that before. So it's awesome to just be able to help out and meet the partners and the brands and the people behind Renovation Hunters.
There you go.
Me and Camper, we have our business on the spot outdoors. So we build blinds for every show. This particular blind that we put together is pretty damn awesome. It's actual real tree bark on the outside, but it has, you know, TV in it, fans, Keurig, refrigerator, ice maker, LED lights, floodlights, fully carpeted, fully soundproof. And it's also jacked up on some big tires to get through these trails here because they have to tow it in and out. They're not allowed to leave it on public land. So that's why we did the trailer blind. But it's awesome. We've done 3 so far for the show, and they've all come out really good, I think. I think it's gonna blow people away when they see that.
So the blind really turned out awesome. It's really tough to show up with something very new, very creative, very custom. And we felt like we've done this with all 3. You know, it's been something totally different, totally new, something that the industry has not seen before. And this one has followed suit exactly. We're calling this the Roadie. It is made from the trailer frame and built up from there. So the blind is the trailer. It's not the other way around. It has the 32-inch TV, the Bluetooth headphones, coffee maker, of course the refrigerator. Everything we do is a one-off custom. You will not see it out there, and our motto is if you can dream it, we can build it. That's why we're called On the Spot, because every spot is different. Find your spot, custom build the blind around that spot, and then it will be perfect to your hunting conditions, and that's what we want to do.
Hey! 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 Yeah, I see how you're working on the blind.
Oh, man, we were hard at it.
So what do you want to do? Make the light level with the window or level with the ceiling? That's level.
Looks good, yeah.
Our business has always been about
making a difference one person at a time. When we talked to Hal Schaefer, he told us about this show and just kind of the impact that it's going to make on these families. You know, we're all in.
Yeah, one of our visions is helping as many people as possible to achieve their dreams, and this is just one more step in that direction.
When we can get the photos of somebody's place, Katie and her design team is really good, where if we can see the space and get the measurements and try to figure out what they were wanting to use the place for and what the space looked like.
It just seemed like it was a really nice retreat for this family to have. So that was kind of my vision. We did 3 bedrooms. We changed 1 bedroom into a bunk room so you can sleep 4 people comfortably. And my goal was just to create a really cozy retreat that they would be really excited to come and spend the weekend and make some memories together.
And this is my bedroom.
Katie did a good job putting the colors and the theme together, and each room kind of having a good fit within that family tradition that they have here.
I think my favorite piece of furniture that we brought is the queen bedroom.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I just kind of want to run and jump in that bed right now. It looks so comfortable.
We're really glad we got to see the before pictures.
Yeah, it's quite a transformation from the before pictures.
So we can't wait till the family shows up for the reveal today, because it is night and day.
We sit there and we interview these families and we ask them about these places and what they do there and what's important to them there. And then we take that and then we turn that around, and that is the template for our build. I have grown to really care for this family like I have every family we've done anything for. After dealing with Kristen Murphy and the rest of the Lutz family, I think that we may need an extra mop or 2. When they walk in here, I am pretty sure that they are going to be flabbergasted. Sweet dreams, move the truck. Lutz family, welcome to your new cabin.
Oh my God!
Meet the whole Renovation Hunters team.
Oh my God!
All of our friends from Case Knife, Baird Hardwood Lumber, and Sweet Dreams Furniture is here to welcome you, along with the whole Renovation Hunters team who worked 16-hour nights to pull this off. And you ain't seen nothing yet.
It's beautiful. Everything, the landscaping, the pots on the front, the new porch, it looks like a cabin. It's hard to breathe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's Dad's deer.
Our friends from Moss Epoxies put you a game table together where you guys could gather, play games, cards, whatever the case may be, and it is the Double L. Welcome to the Double L, established 1970, Lutz & Lutz. Our friends from Toledo Twisted Iron, Dane, built this from you. Notice it has hand-forged steel antlers, and we call it Booner Bark. And of course, our friends from Sweet Dreams Furniture did all this and so much more. I hope you guys get to spend a lot of family time out here. You have a little more room to kick back.
A little more room?
Yeah, a lot more room. Hey, well, let's go. Why don't we walk in here and take a peek in the kitchen? How about that?
Okay.
Your new kitchen. Ladies first.
Man. On the floor.
Oh, well. They let one lady in.
How is this
So
even the same place?
Right, it looks so different. We made a few changes in here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's a new refrigerator.
Yes. New stove, new microwave, new sink, new lights, new shelving.
How did they do that all in a week?
So we have a new bedroom.
This is the new bedroom, and you're gonna love the temperature in there.
Oh my gosh!
So we remember when we came here to visit, one of your biggest requests was having more bedroom space.
Yes, absolutely.
And we just couldn't see you all sleeping on the couch here in the living room anymore. So we thought this would make a wonderful third bedroom.
It's amazing.
Oh, you're fine.
So going from the top down, we replaced all the ceilings with tongue and groove from Baird Brothers. Some paint on the walls. Some rooms got some fresh sheetrock, new trim, and the floors. We know the history behind the floors. We wanted to preserve them. So what we did is we sanded them down and we put a walrus tongue oil on. And what that allows you to do is maintain the floors without having to strip them, and you can walk on them almost as soon as it's done.
Being my parents, my mother and father, my grandfather and grandmother all built the place, hands-on built the place. It's hard for me to let somebody else build onto it, knowing that I've done this stuff my whole life. But I could never do this, especially in that amount of time. It would have been years.
Sweet Dreams Furniture brought in a lot of dressers to give you a lot of storage. You got a nice closet. You got ceiling fans to keep you cool. Beautiful bedding, the horns above the bed. Tried to incorporate some of your memories. And now we have double bunk beds.
Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. Seriously. The pictures on the walls, even the color choices that they've picked for us, all of the furniture, it's beyond our wildest dreams even.
So you got a back porch now.
Wow.
You got a barbecue
Oh my
area.
gosh.
Our friends from Wall Control made you a nice organized place to hang all your stuff, your
Wow.
spices, your oils, and everything else to go right here with your grill. And our friends at Wall Control come out here and did a little organizing in your shed. How do you like that?
Wow.
Now that keeps you organized.
Wow.
You got a place to hang all your keys to your lawnmowers and anything else right here.
Oh my gosh.
All right, now that we got you organized out here, but we
Wow.
still, this is a hunting camp, right? Yes. Right. So we figured our friends at Case Knife and Wall Control would have a place to do your skinning and processing. It comes with a complete set of case knives, a Zippo axe saw. It's an axe and a saw, so everything you need for processing. And as soon as you get it done, you pull out the back straps and you throw them on the grill. And if you hunt away from here, we want to give you a better way of enjoying your hunt, right? To staying comfortable when you're hunting. So we're gonna show you something new.
Oh my
Here
gosh.
is your new Nature's Technology Blind Buy on the spot outdoors. 100% grid-free, solar-powered, and I'll let you look inside to see what's in it.
This is called the Roadie. This has a 200 amp battery system, 5,000 watts of AC power coming out of here. And on the inside,
Step around there, guys and gals.
you need that power because that's what's going to power your LEDs, your 32-inch.
Come over here. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Your refrigerators.
There's a refrigerator.
Full massaging chair.
The chair is massaging chairs.
All right, go ahead, Patrick and Caden. Go ahead, boys.
Completely equipped with your own little buddy, Mr. Heater. The Renovation Hunters group, the builders, we learn on every build on how to be better, but yet we become a closer, tighter-knit group that stands behind each other like no other group would.
Long hours, sick, hot, 90-degree days.
Gotta promise me that you all will enjoy it.
Listen, we're up
There
here
is
for
years to
there will
come.
be no doubt. Thank you,
Okay.
no doubt. To Hal and Kevin and the entire crew of Renovation Hunters for choosing our family so that we can pass down our grandparents and our parents' legacies. We cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I saw you work too.
I'm Hal Schaefer, and you're watching Renovation Hunters Best of Season 1.
Tiny towns in the middle of nowhere. You never hear about unless you've been there. Little dots on a big map, keeping a train on the track, carrying the load on the back. These tiny towns make the world go round. Yeah, these tiny
Renovation Hunters is presented by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods.
Welcome to Renovation Hunters Best of Season 1. I'm Hal Schaefer, and before we head off to Season 2, I wanted you guys to see the bloopers, the fun stuff behind the scenes, and maybe not so fun stuff that happened during Season 1. So here we go to Hyannis, Nebraska, where Mother Nature threw everything at us she could, but the people came to our rescue.
Did you guys sign a waiver?
What are you talking about? This thing's got good bones. See what I'm saying?
Oh, my
Solid.
word.
Wow.
Well, there's holes in the ceiling.
Ready here to bring some water into this old house?
Yes, sir. Last winter, the furnace quit, pipes froze, and it was a mess. And he said, "Can you help me?" And I said, "Sure." And I guess I'm the plumber on the job.
Is he set, ready to go?
He's ready to go. The guys finished framing up everything in the lower bathroom, and the place is yours, okay?
Out here in Hyannis, Nebraska, being a cowboy or a cowgirl is not a fashion statement. It is a way of life. When it becomes branding season, it is unlike anything you've ever seen. The kids aren't locked in the rooms playing video games. They're on horseback, taking part in the hard work that goes along with this lifestyle that is so rewarding.
That cowboy down there, that's Seth Adams. That's one of the fine people of this town, the reason we're here. They do a lot of things. They're ranchers, farmers, horse training, everything. And then they've got You Lazy Leather Shop, and it is really cool. Wow, that is gorgeous.
I'm doing an oak leaf pattern with your guys' the brand we brewed up the other night.
This is Renovation Hunters' brand new brand that we came over here and dreamed up, and well, they dreamed it up more than I did. They got a bison skull for us, and he died of natural causes. He got shot in the head and he naturally fell over and died. And so we're gonna cover that up with this custom leather piece, and she's gonna do some more decorative stuff to it. So I don't get to see the finished product until they unveil it. But this old boy's gonna be in the house standing tall. Isn't that cool? Look up here on the wall. We got a special gift, and that comes from You Lazy You Leather Shop and Seth and our friend Jenna Adams, who made this for us and presented it to us today. And I am flabbergasted. That is just the ultimate statement on this room.
We started out in Nebraska. A few of us knew each other ahead of time. We had some new people coming in, and it's funny, everybody talks ahead of time, and you're like, oh, who are these new guys? Who's gonna be here? But like Mike and Camper, we didn't know them, JR, and man, everybody just, we hang out at night, we hang out in the morning, we have meals together, and this family couldn't get closer. You talk about a group coming together and working and pulling off something amazing. I mean, that only happens with a good group of people.
We're gonna break her in. Here's to friends and family around the table, and do it as much as long as you're able.
Here's to that.
So this is the first of its kind from on the spot. This we call the Big Bell.
Man, this is incredible. You see all this soundproofing? It's gonna be super quiet. It'll allow you to be able to have quiet talk inside, discuss strategies, or just camaraderie, having fun. If you're out here in the summer and you need something cold to drink, we got the mini fridge. This thing is green. It's got two 200-watt solar panels, which gives you 400 watts of solar. It's got an inverter and a 200-amp battery.
The axles and the frames is all attached to the blind so that when you're towing it around, it's going to be very sturdy, very secure.
So just so you know, Renovation Hunters is not just about the structure of the house. It's about the whole health of your property. Renovation Hunters is to make your outdoor experience better.
Nothing's worse than taking your friends out, showing them off the land, and your four-wheel drive breaks and don't work. And we're sitting here enjoying a beautiful day in Nebraska, waiting on a ranch hand to come save us out here on the OLO Ranch, because obviously they've had a lot of rain, and this is sand hills, and it's just, you can walk, you just see it mush around you, but usually old girl just runs right through it, but not this time. Can you pour me an epoxy highway and get me out of here? Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Welcome back to Renovation Hunters, y'all. Hey, this is the fun part where we move to our next build, and we're headed to no other place than Kreitz, Virginia. We left the sand hills of Nebraska, where there wasn't a tree to be found, to the beautiful Appalachian mountains with big hardwoods and hickories and all the things you can imagine. Totally different topography, totally different build. We go to a 170-plus-year-old cabin to try to make a difference for this family.
Well, with a little bit of cloud cover, we were taking advantage of that, sanding this roof. We got this metal roof here, probably been on 100+ years. So we're gonna maintain this roof, sand it, prep it for paint, fill in any of the holes that we have up here, and maybe this thing will last another 100 years.
We have some amazing hardwoods that we're going to be working with. We're going to be installing and building 3 screen doors, and in addition to that, this kitchen needs help.
Baird Brothers delivery had already landed all the way from Ohio, so we were good to go. We got straight to work on the table saw, started ripping down boards to create some custom screen doors for the cabin.
All right, what do you want to do with this?
We need a rabbet to inset the screen, and I think it would be easier if we just use the table saw, set the blade height to only about a 1/2 inch, rip it down on its edge, then we'll put it on its face, run it through again, but only at like a 1/4 inch depth.
Okay.
And then it'll give us a place to inset our mesh screens, and it'll act as a half lap to provide more strength where these rails connect to the stiles.
So,
what's your plan?
To roll with your plan, because I'm here in this moment to support you and your endeavors, dreams, hopes, whatever you're here for.
There was a bug on you.
And to be your hitman, apparently.
You know, Renovation Hunters is more than just renovating a structure. It's about making the place where they're at more efficient for whatever they use it for. This particular camp is a hunting camp. Their food plots were struggling. There was a little struggle with their stand placements, and so we're gonna give them a big shot in the arm. We're gonna work on these food plots, get some things going, and then we're gonna hand them a manual that tells them how to maintain these food plots and continue to grow them and make them better as we move along. Then we're gonna take one of our on-the-spot outdoors tree stands and put out here, because these things are made of comfort and time over target. It's all about math. Put the odds in your favor. Hey, don't touch that, that's my job.
Oh, my bad.
I don't want to hear you crying to your wife later.
Hal, from the day we looked at this place, his biggest vision was a skinning shack. Okay.
There's a hole in the roof.
Draw up a skinning shack. Show me what you want. And sure enough, pictures come in. This is what I want.
The telescope's on its way.
That's what he got.
Hey, we got some wall control work to do here.
Oh.
Come on in here, guys.
You are ready for it.
There was nothing better than pulling out those real tree panels and seeing the expression Hal had.
You never have everything right there at hand when you're out processing game. So here it comes, wall control. We're gonna make this so seamless and so organized that everything will be right there at your reach. Drivers, move the trailer. Turn around.
Welcome, Joyce family, to your new old cabin.
It was a beautiful sight. The deck was in poor shape. It had all been redone. It just gives the cabin a whole new look. It's clean, it's crisp, where it feels like home.
That front door and having that homey look with those rocking chairs, and I could picture my mom and dad sitting on there and us having morning coffee and just all those things that you get with a cabin. It's like a dream home inside.
Check this out.
Oh my God. Brittany and Bella are gonna love this.
And it's a comfortable bed.
Yes, it is.
And the girls that done told us they wouldn't come over here and stay. They was not gonna stay. And now, that's what this talking about. Let's stay tonight.
The outdoor shower, the solar power. We had struggled with a power solution and a water solution, and to have both of those things incorporated into this, unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell y'all, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of country guilt, but it's when country boys go to college and they move away from this. This will bring us back. And this, you know, gets us close to our parents, our brothers. We hate moving away from small towns, but man, it's so good to get back. And this will do it. This does it for our family. And thank you guys so much for doing this, so much.
If you want the place that gets your family outdoors renovated, send your submissions, a video, in today to theoutdoorchannel.com/Renovation Hunters. We look forward to bringing your family back to the outdoors. You're watching Renovation Hunters Best of Season 1, and now we're headed to Pennsylvania, our final build, the Hemlock Hills on the Allegheny River of this small cabin in the tiny town of Tionesta, Pennsylvania.
I think this one's going to push the envelope, not because it's so big, but just because there's a lot of changes.
There's a lot of changes, but I think because of the defined spaces that we have to work with, we're going to be able to have the crew come through and knock each one out. But I got to put a schedule together, and they have to follow that schedule.
So on this build, there's a unique situation. We've got a lot of people moving around. We've got one way in and out. And one of the most challenging parts of this build is definitely staying on schedule. We've got teams of people inside, we've got teams of people outside. And if we don't stay on schedule, the next day is going to be a problem.
My first job is demo and pulling down the ceiling tiles. Then I had to back out all the furring strips and get it ready for the new shiplap ceiling.
I was so worried. I'm like, oh man, my arms are gonna be so tired and stuff, you know? But this isn't too bad. 3.
All right, I'm walking. Hal called me up and said we're gonna need some help, some bigger guys, so who better to bring in than Sasquatch, I guess.
Yeah, we always like strong backs in framing, so, and tall guys that can reach way on up there.
You know, I didn't really know what to expect when I showed up. I drove across the country coming from Montana, and man, I'm pleasantly surprised. There's a great team here. They're all working together good. We're busting out some work. It's awesome.
Working with this crew has been nothing but a pleasure, but none of this would be possible without my cohort, Kevin Tarkovich. He is the greatest problem solver in the construction world. I'm telling you, the guy has the most creative mind you've ever seen, and having him on Renovation Hunters puts us far above the rest.
You can knock that 2x4 out of the way, Laramie.
We have quite the hodgepodge of carpenters and people. We can all take a joke. That's the best part about it. Because if you're not on a job that you can't have fun on, to me, there's no sense of being on that job. I'm serious about the work. I'm serious about the product, but I want to have fun doing it. That can get a little crazy sometimes.
Oh,
What's up, girls?
Mr. Kevin, you know what? Been hitting a couple hiccups here and there, but you've been doing such a good job. And we want to give you something special to really make sure everybody knows exactly who you are on this crew. Okay? You ready?
I'm scared.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
We went to the local gas station and saw this hat that it was bedazzled all over it, and it said boss. As soon as I saw it, I was like, we have to get that for Kevin because he's the boss. And I knew he would wear it, and he did.
Yes,
he's the boss. He's the boss.
Yeah, that's what
I'm talking about.
You're the boss.
Ladies, thank you.
Anything for you, boss.
Hey, the old boy's got glitz and glamour, but he knows how to swing a hammer. Come on.
All right. Now get back to work.
I wanted to come in the trailer because got a few concerns. As I look at how much wood and stuff we got to cut, we don't have but one of these left. And if you don't quit pointing your finger at me in front of everybody, we're gonna have a problem. Let's see. Oh, there's another one of them.
Never forget. Put it back.
Lutz family, welcome to your new cabin.
Oh my God! It's Dad's deer.
Our friends from Moss Epoxies put you a game table together where you guys could gather, play games, cards, whatever the case may be, and it is the Double L. Welcome to the Double L, established 1970, Lutz & Lutz. Toledo Twisted Iron built this from you, and we call it Booner Bar.
We've made a few changes in here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! It's a new refrigerator.
Yes. Sweet Dreams Furniture brought in a lot of dressers to give you a lot of storage. You got a nice closet. You got ceiling fans to keep you cool. Beautiful bedding, the horns above the bed. Tried to incorporate some of your memories. So now we have double bunk beds.
Gosh. I mean, come on. All of the furniture, it's beyond our wildest dreams even.
Our friends at Case Knife and Wall Control would have a place to do your skinning and processing. It comes with a complete set of case knives, a Zippo axe saw. It's an axe and a saw, so everything you need for processing. And as soon as you get it done, you pull out the back straps and you throw them on the grill.
One week, one build, one chance to change a family's life. That's our mission from our partners to our crew to continue with season 2.
Season 1 was incredible.
97.5. Season 1 has been fantastic. I've seen a lot of growth in the team. I've seen a lot of opportunities for people to kind of explore new skill sets.
I've learned details on shiplap, details on tongue and groove, details on casing, details on angles. There's just so many different things that I have learned and seen in each build.
We started off in 50-mile-an-hour winds. It was snowing on the last day in Nebraska, and now it's pretty much been either 90 degrees here or raining. And to be honest with you, it's been fun.
This is vacation for me. I come out here, I get to spend time with my friends, and I get to do what I love day in and day out. So working 16 hours, 12-hour days doesn't bother me because I'm doing something I love to do. So it makes me a little sad that we're at the end. We don't get to see new, exciting places, but I'm ready for another season.
The highs and lows of doing projects like these in a short amount of time with a lot of unknowns, weather variables, challenges with your crewmates. It can feel like a roller coaster at times, but the reality is we are fortunate to be able to get to do this, so I'm looking forward to what's next.
I hope we end up in Texas because, come on, people hunt, people fish, people hike. There's a lot of cabins there, and I think we probably need to head that way season 2.
Yeah, I think season 2 needs to be in the Northwest. It's not as humid. We don't deal with as many bugs.
Take that out with the sledgehammer.
It's a lot of fun. The crew's great. You meet a lot of people. It's a life experience I'll definitely never forget. Would love to keep doing this.
We look forward to next year and the year after and many more years to come. There's a lot of cabins out there and a lot of renovations that need to be done.
Renovation Hunters is just a blessing to so many families and communities especially. I mean, we have the neighbors over here cooking us breakfast. We're making friends right and left. We're getting tons of corporations and small businesses involved in our projects. I think all in all, we're just bringing people together.
You got a back porch now.
Thank you to Hal and Kevin and the entire crew of Renovation Hunters. One, for picking us, choosing our family, so that we can pass down our grandparents and our parents' legacies. We know that you are all away from your families for 90-degree days, put in long hours, and from the bottom of our hearts,
yes,
we want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you.
If you want the place that gets your family outdoors renovated, send your submissions, a video, in today to theoutdoorchannel.com/Renovation Hunters. We look forward to bringing your family back to the outdoors.